Now, Zeus, why y'all edit out my name? I'm playing. I had no consent. I probably would have sued. I'm playing.
Bobby, did you bring your homegirl named Tina? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Natalie, a lot of the girls have questioned the length of your chin. Do you care to measure?
Yeah. You are the class. I know. You don't have to remind me. Next question.
Oh, Natalie, it looks as if Lemmy has dropped something on his way in. What you mean I gotta go? Man, this some awesome.
What is going on, entertainment? So time come out with another video. We doing Baddies Africa Reunion Part 3. This last part was so pointless. Y'all really could have stretched this out into 2 parts, to be honest, because that last part was really just like a big waste of time. It felt like a waste of time watching it. Like it was like Big Lex's monologue. Y'all shouldn't just name it monologue. And she didn't even get to make her point because Scotty wouldn't stop talking. Now the episode starts off with Nelly running up on DTB. DTB, it looked like you was fighting the air. Like she was like DTB looked like she was going down on a roller coaster. You know when you're on a roller coaster and you like, and then you go down. That's how DTB was fighting. She was like she was going down on a roller coaster. Like, and also DTB, if you go back on Baddies USA, you need to get Tommy. No shit, because why are you holding her? You were holding her. Look at you, following ass. Like her holding her to me was pointless because it still seemed like Natalie would have still got DTB because she wasn't caught off guard. So I'm not even gonna say that, but she didn't expect Natalie to come with that energy. And Natalie got her. Okay, Natalie did get her. I'm sorry. Like, you got DTB, and it's okay. You got real bad. So she ends up running off stage. Natalie gets her. She's like, bye. She scoots off the stage. She starts walking outside. She's like, 17 years. I've been doing this. I'm the baddest baddie out here. She popping her stuff. Security just walking all around her like a damn entourage. At this point, DTB is just mad. She's like, bring her right now. I want to fight her right now. What do you mean, man? They soak at her eye because I think it's bloody at this point, or it's water and it's black something. But they start patching her eye up. Reunions are not for DTB. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like you should skip every reunion from now on, depending on how much longer you want to be on the show. Cause it's just not for you, Buka. But every reunion, something happened. First reunion, Tasiki not your teeth out. Second reunion, Rolly made you bald. This reunion, Natalie broke your nose. Like, that is crazy. That's a lot of things back to back. What's gonna happen next reunion? You gonna fracture a damn knee? Like, it's always gonna be an injury for DTV. So this is why I want you off of Baddies, DTV. We want better for you. We want record deals, okay? Not X-rays. At this point, Saucy's starting to go out of breath. He like, Natalie, because she done ran off. She's out there by the damn trailers. DTB just standing there like a losing wrestler. She's like, all she needed was the big ass belt to go like this across her. But she at this point lost the wrestling match. So she's standing there, they pan her eye and stuff like that. And Saucy runs to the audience. He like, who lost? Who lost? Because y'all know the audience. They could see that and they would still go back and be like, DTB won, and just lie. So I'm glad that Saucy's doing that. So that way the audience has the consensus of what they're seeing. Because they'll see that fight and they swear up and down, okay, DTB just did her big one. Because I remember when it dropped, people were like, you're lying. DTB didn't get beat up by Natalie. And I'm like, she did. She did. So Natalie comes back, but she comes back like off stage and she's like, ha, ha, ha. She's like screaming at DTB. DTB just standing there still like a wrestler. And she like, I just want my one round, My whole thing is, Natalie, you might have did your big one by getting DTB, but it's like you still didn't want to get that with her afterwards, though. Like, say what you want about DTB, she sneaks, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Because moments like this, I can't feel bad for you, but at least she does fight them after she sneaks. You didn't want to do that, Natalie. And you can't say, oh, but she could ask you for a head up. Every time she does, you said no. So it's like she's almost forced to sneak you, Natalie. Now that the one in London was kind of, a little bit unnecessary because of the timing. I really feel like she should have snuck you earlier, no shade, because you was playing in her face with that Latina. Can we put a missing persons out report for Latina? Because now I'm getting concerned. We have yet to see her on Instagram or socials. I'm so serious, y'all. Can we put out an Amber Alert for Latina? Okay, please do. Okay, I'm not talking about Mommy G, Latina from Zeus Network. We need to put out an Amber Alert on her because I don't know. I'm concerned, y'all. I'm concerned. Call Amber Rose. We need to do something about it. So at one point, DTB started to get annoyed because they wouldn't let her go. She's like, "Bro, what's wrong with my bitch?" And at one point, she even ran off the stage. That run off the stage, DTB, was so pitiful. Like, DTB, you need to take some of that ass off of you because it really held her back. Like, you could tell it took her a minute to get off the stage. I know you could outrun that big nigga Xavier. You get what I'm saying? Like, that you and chicks need to remove some of that booty. You need to wash your booty. Okay, anyways, so they finally let Natalie back on stage. They have DTB and Anna off stage, which Natalie, once again, you still looking like a punani. Sorry. And Rolly's just like, wow, you really want to fight me? You told me to get my fat ass out here, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no. Rolly, me and you could discuss this on USA, okay? We could discuss this next season. So, like, let's not even do that. No. You be calling Rolly all types of fat asses and all this stuff. Stand on it. She's right in your face now. This is what I don't like about Natalie. She's a big picker and chooser. So you cannot be picking and choosing and then be mad when somebody confront you. Now all of a sudden you want to resolve it on Baddies USA. What if Rolly didn't come back next season? I lie. You know she gonna come back. Let me shut up. So Rolly starts to basically spill some tea and say that basically Natalie told her that she was that Amber was on the phone with Tommy, and Tommy was basically saying how she's not satisfied with the fade that she got with Rolly, and that she gonna get Rolly back, and Rolly need to watch her back. I could see Tommy saying something like that, but not to Amber Rose. I've never seen the two hang out like that. I've never seen them close. I've never seen them on live together. None of that. Why would she feel so trusting in telling her something like that? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I kind of knew and peeped that was probably a little bit of cap. If that were said by Natalie, if anything, she would vent to somebody like a Biggie or something like that. She'll call Biggie before she'll tell Amber Rose something like that. So Tommy was pissed. She's like, I never said that. I don't even talk to bitches like that. You know, I don't even talk on the phone. You got the feds on the phone, nigga. I don't even talk to them bitches. I don't know her. I had to learn how to walk, nigga. I was walking one leg. Call me peg leg Tommy. Fuck is you talking about? I don't even get down like that. Me and Amber shared the same nigga. So then that's when Sasa's like, oh, we get to the tea, we get to the tea. Y'all see how Janisha was quiet, right? Janisha knew the bitch. Because how Janisha started saying, who's the nigga? Who's the nigga? And then Tommy would have been like, oh no, Janisha, shut up, Janisha. You know you can relate to me. Like, it would have been curtains for her. So Janisha knew to keep it quiet. I wonder who the nigga is though. It has to be a celebrity of high status for them not to say, because she could have said it and they could have easily bleeped it out, but she wouldn't even say it. But Tommy's not a kiss and tell type of girl to even begin with. So I was just surprised she didn't say it either. So Rolly ends up exposing Natalie for being fake. And what Natalie did with that whole situation, she low-key was trying to what Krishan be saying, story produce. Rolly was trying to Natalie was trying to story produce and get Tommy to fight Rolly again, because she probably didn't even want them being cool. And to be honest, I still don't think Natalie really liked Tommy like that. Y'all gotta understand, Natalie is really fake. They're shade. You know, as much as she gives me a key, she, you know, is a little fake. So I do think she still don't really like Tommy like that. And I think she wanted Tommy to maybe get got. She probably thought maybe Rolly would have heard what she heard that was told to Amber, and she ends up wanting to get Tommy again. But thank God Rolly was smart enough to not like take that and run with it, because that could have ended up really bad. So then Rolly exposes a story where Natalie was inviting her up in London to get her nails done, and then as soon as she left, she started talking shit about her. Natalie, how you gonna invite somebody out and then talk about them? Rolly was so right, but Rolly, we did not need to hear about your extracurricular activities. No shade, you're nasty. Okay, don't nobody want to know what them gnarly fingers is doing. They're in two places. Your pussy in your mouth, eating. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't had to know all that. Talking about Rosie always gets all the attention. It was giving them ads. Y'all remember them ads before Instagram stopped? I don't know if they banned the ads because I heard Rolly also two. Ooh, come here, Rolly. I heard them roses is not good for the vagine. I heard they cause certain like cancers and stuff. I'm not even being funny at this point. That's what I done seen. Cause I remember they used to promo roses like hard on Instagram. Girls, they used to have they used to have this little fake skin, and they used to have a rose just start eating up the skin and making it seem like it's a gene. And they just stopped doing that on Instagram cold turkey. I don't ever see the rose getting promoted no more. I don't know if it died down or what, but Rolly, stop using it. And you gave him free promo too, but y'all edited out my name. Let me stop. So Rolly's like, you could have left me alone, play with my rose. And she was like, the reason why we kept falling out and stuff, you kept talking about me and stuff. So then Janisha's just like, hold on. I'm gonna hold you accountable. I thought she was gonna hit us with what she hit us last season. Because if y'all don't know, at the last reunion, Janisha had called out Rolly for not being in the same weight class as Slim. And Rolly got mad as hell. They cut it out though, but y'all know I had the whole audio and shit. And some people that I do know have the full audio, but I thought she was gonna hit us with one of those because that's exactly the word she said before she said, "Okay, I'm gonna hold you accountable, Rolly. I'm not gonna lie, but you and Slim, y'all not even the same weight class." I thought it was gonna be one of those, but she was just like, "But you did say Natalie was not doing her job," and Rolly started going on the tangent about how she kept defending Natalie and all of that, which we all know she was, and how Natalie wasn't around the girls. Natalie was shopping and eating out and all this stuff, which, that's not a shocker at all because you could tell Natalie didn't care about this cast too much. I could tell she probably didn't have a hand in a lot of the casting, so she didn't care to really get to know the girls that much. Okay. So then that's when we end up seeing DTV and Anna backstage. They both got their bonnets on, scratching their head mad. DTV is up throwing something and misses, right? So Natalie's like, she's screaming off stage. She like, if you're gonna throw something, hit. You're gonna throw something, make it hit. Don't miss. Natalie, you threw that mic. It did not hit DTV. It hit Fanta. Okay, it hit a Fanta grape, Fanta orange. It didn't hit DTV. Your ring did that. Okay, your ring did that. Naughty, you can't even say naughty no rings. Naughty rings. You can't say naughty no rings. Naughty rings. That is what got DTV that broken nose and that eye. Is that ring? Because your fist couldn't have did that, especially with that fight you had with Anna. I'm just saying. Okay. So DTB's talking crap back to her. She's like, come on. And then they kind of let her go. DTB, why did you not run up on Natalie? You just stood there. You should have and had Natalie run from you. You know how pussy she would have looked? You should have ran right after her. Ran into her like a bulldozer. You know how Rolly be doing? She be running into girls. Rolly going to fight head first. That's exactly what you should have did. And I know she ended up running towards Natalie, but that's only when security got kind of in the way when she was talking to Natalie like for a little bit. But when they kind of let you go when she said let's go, you should have ran full force to Natalie. That's when you should have really got her, even though she did that little run at the end or whatever. Now I will say Natalie, she had me cracking up when she imitated DTB walking like this. You ate that one little thing, Natalie. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty funny though, because that is how DTV be walking when she mad. So Natalie ends up not finding her. She's just like, she's always sneaking me from behind. She's always jumping on me. You think I'm gonna give her a fake fight? No, that's what she's all gonna get. Bye. And she ends up leaving her red hat on. So then we get back to the squabbles. Before that even happened, though, they were screaming, line it up, line it up. They screaming that to Natalie. She could care less low key. Then we get the rest of what is to go down, and we get Dolly. She ends up calling out K Rickon. Now, K Rickon, she beat you quicker than the Puerto Rican music. Okay, you was trying, but that shit was like a mariachi band. Fast, she got you. Okay, Dolly, I think took the W with that one. So then we have Lex versus Fauna, aka Popeyes versus Luigi. That damn Lex, I'm telling her that bitch punched like Popeye. Okay, she was like, She would knock on Fauna something nasty. Now, Fauna did get a couple hits in towards the end. I will say that. But I'm going to have to give it to Lex, okay? I don't think Fauna can see Lex. I'm sorry. A lot of you guys are so biased and mad because y'all don't like Lex, but she cannot see her. It's no shade. She just can't, okay? That Lex got too much reach, and there's so much power that come from the fist. And then if she says the word bitch, forget about it. Bitch, bitch, bitch. It's done. It's done as soon as you hear the first bitch. And to me, Fauna, so Tavi ends up jumping in. This is where I feel like the big three, y'all didn't have each other back like that. The moment you seen that bitch Tavi started jumping in, Dolly and Summer should have hopped on Tavi. The fact that they didn't hop in for her, that was very questionable to me. And this is why the big three is going to not be much more when Baddies USA drops. It's no shade. That's why we see them not getting along as much, because y'all didn't have each other back. Like, that to me is kind of crazy. Y'all should have hopped on Tavi 100%. So Tavi ends up fighting Lex. Fauna to me did a little bit better than you, Tavi. Tavi, I just can't get with her, okay? Because she goes into the crowd. She's like, yo, what's up, yo? I got my clock, Flavor Flav. She hopping in the crowd, hyping up. I'm like, girl, like, I cannot stand Tavi sometimes, because it's like you could tell she wants the approval of the audience and the fans so bad that it's like now when it comes to Baddies USA, you low-key getting on the fans' nerves because they don't like your ass and what you doing online with all this hooping and hollering. Like, I cannot stand somebody like that. Like, they want approval of people so bad. Like, she hyping up, the fans are like, ah! I'm like, she just whooped her ass. So what are y'all giving her applause for? I'm confused. Like, what? It was just crazy to me. Like, oh my God. So Dolly ends up fighting freaking Fauna. No, my bad. No, she ends up fighting Fauna. And then that's when Kokilla ends up jumping in, right? And to me, Kokilla, she done learned a thing or two. Like, she really has. Like, you could kind of tell, like, she really has been training. She said this online too, but like, she did a little bit better, you feel me, than I expected her. This reunion, she's like, you could tell she really like was training hard. Cause when she was fighting Dolly, she low-key was getting Dolly. I don't know if because Dolly was exhausted because she had just fought like twice back to back, but she was getting her. My bad, y'all. Dolly didn't get Fauna. I'm sorry. That was one little mistake. I just had to check it real quick. She didn't get her. It was her fighting Kokilla, but she did get her and Kokilla did get into it, and Kokilla did take the W. That K-Rican ends up jumping in at one point. This is another instance. Lex and Summer, they're just sitting there off to the side. Because you clearly see K-Rican jumping in as she's fighting Kokilla. Mind you, Kokilla's kind of doing Dolly in, so she didn't even have to jump. Y'all really should have helped her out. The big three did not have each other back, okay? The big three was not the big three. It was the big lot, okay? Because it was nothing but space and opportunity, and there was nothing done. We're going to have to rename them the big lot, because the big lot is a bunch of space and opportunity. The store, it's a bunch of space in that bitch. The big lot. Even Santana was calling them out. Santana was like, yeah, y'all pissing me off, because they weren't really helping each other out. So they finally calmed me everything down, and then that's when they get to Lex and Anna. Lex, get Anna this season of Baddies USA, because she didn't withhold her promise. She promised to leave you alone online, and she has yet to leave you alone online. She's still throwing shade at you online, and now she's saying you copy her look. Get her. This is why I mean that Anna do be copy please, because you say all this stuff online, and then she said it right then and there, and you did nothing. This is why I don't feel bad for Anna when she get got. I'm sorry. Like, Lex needs to get you. I really hope USA you're not sparing people, Lex, because they dropped the preview tonight, and I didn't see not one fade of you, no shade. And I want you to get her. You need to get Anna. So that way she knows to leave her name out your motherfucking mouth, because you was born in the motherfucking South. But no, for real though, like, it was annoying, because it's like, she said it blatantly clear, like, you want to fight, and then you're like, oh no, I'm gonna keep my name out of your mouth, your name out of my mouth online, and you didn't do that. And then we get to Tavi and Lex. Y'all know Tavi get on my nerves. So Lex, they start talking about the birthday thing. So here comes Tavi. She like, yo, like, you should have had some decency, my nigga. Why? Fuck is you talking about? You should have had some decency. I want to go eat my turtles, put my leg up, put my big on my back. You feel me? Put my pediatric Patrick shoes on, and you out here beat me up on my birthday. Like, what's up with that, son? You ain't got no decency about you. And I'm like, oh my God, we still crying about this. We still crying about this. I will say I didn't agree with her getting her God on her birthday. Okay, it wasn't nice, Lex. But guess what? You guys are not so nice to Lex either. Okay, so Lex is like, what do you mean? I did what I could. I'm gonna do what I want. You say you want me to fight on your time. Now I fight on my time. And Lex's biggest thing with Tavi is that she can't brag on herself. I said, oop. And oop. Because I will say Tavi does D-Ride a lot. It's always Natalie does this for me. Co-killer is this. Da-da-da-this. It's never Tavi is this. Tavi is that girl. Tavi is kind. Tavi owns businesses. It's never about you. So it's like Lex does have a point when it comes to that. Because you'll never see Lex like bragging on Dolly and Summer, which I get. Of course, you're supposed to big up your friends. Don't get me wrong. But it's like when that's your only defense when you arguing with somebody, that doesn't look good. Because it's like, what about you? So then we get to Lex versus Scotty. Y'all know I don't like talking about those two at it because some of you guys have revisionist history as if y'all not watching the same show I am. Even on the stage, it bothered me. Tommy said, you were on Scotty's body. After Lex snuck her that first time, she kind of left her alone. Am I like crazy? Because after that, what I remember is every time Lex had a situation going on that had nothing to do with Scotty, here comes Scotty into directing herself. But we just forget about that. It's just Lex, because she looks taller in stature. Meanwhile, they the same height. But once again, y'all, Scotty is perfect. Scotty does nothing wrong. Scotty's the victim. Scotty, you know, is just as perfect as Mary and Joseph. You know, she's birthing a virgin out of her womb. She cannot be touched. So I don't even want to talk too much about that because some of y'all just do too much. You know what I'm saying? But I will say though, like, I hated how they wouldn't let Lex really talk and get her point across. And this is how you could kind of tell how manipulative Scotty is to me because she not letting Lex make her full point and kind of interrupting her and telling her, calm down, stop yelling. That's that little gaslighting shit that I'll be seeing her do throughout this whole season that y'all do not peep. Because why you not letting her finish her point and make her point finished across? When she came out at that reunion, she bum rushed, but she didn't like fully jump. And also, when she asked her for a one-on-one at the reunion, Lemmy Pepper and them didn't let it happen. This all went down. They cut it. I don't even remember it was even on the reunion, but from the audio, I heard it. They didn't let it happen. So what happened in the first beginning episode of Africa is basically what Lex wanted to do at the reunion, but the Pepper wouldn't grant the wishes. She did not let Lex fight Scotty fair and square at the reunion on Midwest, so she got her in the beginning of Africa for the whole sneak in Hawaii. That's what Lex was basically trying to say. But they didn't let her articulate her point, so there's that. So we finally get to the final thoughts, thank God, because this season was horrible. So glad it's done. Summer starts going off on her tangents. They give Dolly the floor. Dolly is basically like, she like, I ain't want to fuck with too many of y'all hoes. I don't really care about y'all. Like, y'all be hating me. Y'all on the same algorithm. You feel me? Y'all on the same algorithm, but y'all hate a bitch like me because I ain't no real bitch like Dolly. Okay, y'all know I like Dolly. So some of y'all hate her, but I like the bitch. Okay. I thought of an idea too. Like, you know how everybody was like, fuck Dolly, fuck Dolly. She need to make a song how DTB made a song, say DTB, DTB, and just use the fuck Dolly as the chorus. Just saying. So if y'all hear the song, bitch, they got it. I'm playing. Anyways, but then we get to Elsie. Elsie's just like, you know, it is what it is. I fought with who I fought with, but Kenrika, I just think it's weak that you didn't fight Tavi and you said she'd be playing both sides and stuff. You said she'd be fake and be playing both sides and stuff like that on the interview. So Elsie texted me, y'all. They cut out my name because she said Pierre's interview. If y'all go back to that point, it kind of skips a little bit and they got the camera off of her. Don't, like I said, y'all, I feel like they did that because they did the same shit to Fusion. Legally, I don't think they could say my name without written consent or permission. I don't think they could say anybody's name that's not on the show under contract without permission. So that's why it was cut out. And probably they don't fuck with me too. So that adds to it. So That part was funny. And then that's when her and K Rika started going at it. K Rika like, man, fuck you talking about, bitch. She said, first of all, bitch, fuck you talking about, you don't even know me like that, hoe. You speaking on my name, bitch. You got sugar daddy and all that. I'm gonna say this. I've interviewed both girls. I talked personally to Elsie. I've talked to Elsie like outside of YouTube or whatever, like phone call wise. Like she really is married. That is not a sugar daddy. I've talked to the husband on the phone. That is her husband. No shade. Ain't no sugar daddy, nothing. They're married. They actually do live together. Okay. So this isn't sugardaddy.com. It's not none of that. Okay. It's not a John or none of that. And the reason why she doesn't show his face is because he has a career to where a lot of you Baddies fans and a lot of you internet people, the moment she shows his face, y'all gonna find where he work at, all that, and then give the man trouble. So that's why if she does post them, she don't be showing his face. It's because she don't want the nigga face out there, and y'all do the most because you guys will do the most. Let's be honest. So I just want to clarify that on behalf of LCK from Dubai because she don't have a sugar daddy. Okay, so stop playing on her top. There she. So K Rika start getting on LC. She like, bitch, you cockeyed, you this and that. K Rika, I still don't know why she wore that to the reunion because it looked like she had a wedgie. I was like, oh my God. Like, it just looked like somebody was holding her up by some strings that we did not see off stage, giving her a damn wedgie. It was just not the business. Like, don't ever do that again, K Rika. Ever. Child, the rest of the girls say they goodbyes. The Pretty P got a little emotional. It's Janisha for me. She's so damn. Janisha show bullshit. My condolences. Really, really, really. My condolences. You had to come here and whoop ass, but my condolences. I'm like, girl, it's just like it is sad what happened to Pretty Peter. I'm not laughing about that. It's just the fact that the way they make it seem was that like somebody passed and she was in the army and then she went back to the army. I'm like, she went back to fade. Like, it's just like, that's crazy. Okay. But it is strong of her to come back because some girls wouldn't come back. So that does show the strength of her mental to be able to come back and be in that toxic environment after losing somebody. So Rolly says her goodbye. If y'all don't know, basically this season they cut it out because she would have looked like a fool. She said that this was her last season. They cut it out though. Don't ask me how I know. She said it was her last season. Obviously not. Tommy's still thinking that bitches ran into the bullets. And then Scotty does a goodbye with a shady look at Lex. But y'all don't see what she be doing though. That's what I be talking about. Stuff like that, people will never talk about that. They'll never talk about that. They'll never look at a moment like that and see that like she's picking at Lex. But the moment Lex does something back, Lex is annoying her and bullying her. But hey, y'all do what y'all do. Anyways, y'all, this season was extremely horrible in my opinion. I feel like the casting could have been a little bit better, and I feel like we could have used a lot of new girls throughout the season. But yeah, and I really, from what this teaser showed for USA, hopefully it looks like they went back to how Baddies West and South and stuff was. So hopefully it's not at the same as this season. Anyways, let me know what y'all thought about this reunion, and we out, y'all.